Hey, what's going on, family? So some of you may have seen this video. To me, it's kind of outrageous. But if you haven't seen it, let's get into this.
It's okay. You can record me all you want. He's a fucking little scumbag.
Okay.
Just like you.
Okay.
I don't care. You can tell your father's going to go to jail too.
Okay.
One thing I do want to say, it's kind of got some rough language in it. You know, some cussing and swearing. So if you're not crazy about that, just warning you ahead of time.
It's okay. You can record me all you want. He's a fucking little scumbag.
Okay.
Just like you.
Okay.
I don't care. You can tell your father's going to go to jail too.
Okay.
Because I have video of him driving.
Okay.
Watch.
Okay.
Watch. You little... That's what you are. A little fucking bitch. Where's Daddy in Oklahoma? Where is he? Your father Jake wants nothing to do with your stupid ass. You psychopath. I'm stupid? Look at yourself. Nobody wants you. Your own mother sent you to a hospital. Don't you realize that? I didn't want any kids. And I told your nutty mother that 8 years ago. Because I saw how she acted.
First of all, it's not fun. That kid is beating the snot out of that man. What I don't understand is why he's allowing it in the first place. This whole situation is jacked up from Jump Street. Wow. I don't even know where to start. Well, I just heard the stepfather make a comment about he told your stepmother 8 years ago that he didn't want kids. So my guess is that they've been together for some time. Maybe they've been married for 8 years. There's two different views to this. You have some that believe that another man shouldn't raise another man's kids. Then you have some that look at it like, hey, that's who you fall in love with. You make it to be the best that you can. But we'll get back to that in a moment. Let's continue with the video.
With you! That's why, you dumbass.
38.
Daddy Dan's going to jail because I have video of him driving.
Yeah.
Remember the alcoholic who drove with you drunk in a fucking car? You dumb.
So let's unpack this a little bit. Just from my vantage point, watching this couple, there's clearly some baggage going on with the father of the two boys, and I'm assuming both boys are related, because I guarantee you if he had a child, that younger kid, if he had that child with the wife, I don't think that dad would be allowing that kid to continue beating on him like that. I have to be honest with you, this is chaos. There is no way I would allow that in my home. That kid wouldn't even think to raise a stick to me, let alone his hand. And it just shows you how much chaos has been going on for years. This didn't just happen overnight. The way he's talking to his wife, the woman that he chose to propose to and marry, the way the children treat him in their home. Now, I know sometimes, depending on the circumstances, there are situations where you have the mother who encourages this behavior or who doesn't side with the father. Having stepkids can be very challenging. And again, I always try to come from a biblical perspective. When God designed marriage, family, his intent and his purpose was one man, one woman to come together, to procreate, and to be together for the duration of their lifetime. Now, like typical human beings, what do? We jack it all up. Now, are there situations where you can have a blended family and have it be blessed? I believe there is. The problem is you cannot have a blended family and not have God in the mix. If God isn't the head of your home, you are going to have nothing but chaos. God is a God of order, not of chaos. So when you're operating your household in this manner, you are going to have what you're seeing here in this video. Now, as far as the father, I'm going to come for him first. You are the head. Whether you believe it biblically or not, you are the head of this home. Stepchildren or not, you are the head. But just watching your behavior and watching how you're reacting and talking down to your wife as well as the children, shows me you clearly, and this is just me going out on a limb here, I don't believe that you have a relationship with Christ, because everything that I witnessed does not align with the fruit of the Spirit. I didn't see any love, joy, peacefulness, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, or self-control. Those are the fruits of the Spirit. I saw the complete opposite of that. So just calling a thing, my first observation from looking at your behavior as the head of this home is you're not modeling Christ. Now, this doesn't mean because you model Christ that you can't still have children that are disrespectful, that talk to you the way that these boys are talking to you. See, this has been going on from day one. Because if they've been together for 8 years, now looking at the little boy, he looks like he's probably about 8 years old. That young man in the background looks like he's probably about 14, maybe 15. So at that age, so you figure, what's 8 minus 15? 7. So when this young boy, who is the child of the mother, met this man in the video, he was young enough to still be kind of influenced. You know, they say if you don't really lay that foundation between 0 and 5 years of age, it's kind of difficult to lay it. But still, even at 7, he could have changed this. Now, again, I don't know all the dynamics. I don't know the history with the mom. Maybe the mom is encouraging this, and maybe she's part of the problem and not expecting or demanding her boys to respect this man who is now the head of this home. Factors that are involved in this situation. But the one thing I will say is, if this particular man starts following God's model for marriage, he can turn this thing around. Right now, all I see is chaos. I'm actually surprised that they're still even married based on this exchange that I just saw. This whole situation is heartbreaking when you think about it. I hate seeing broken families and chaos. And I understand it. I mean, marriage is hard enough, just trying to figure out you and your spouse, let alone you bring in a whole nother dynamic where, based on this father's complaints, sounds like the dad is a piece of work, doesn't really have a relationship with his son or sons. I don't know if that younger boy is the father and the mother. I'm going to say no, because he didn't react when that boy was hitting him with the broom. And that still blows my mind. I just want to encourage you to pray for this family. You know, we have a tendency to watch stuff like this and we kind of laugh and we're just shocked. But there's a lot of broken families out there. And when you see something like that, use it as an opportunity to pray for this family. When I came across this, like I said, it broke my heart because I know what they're going through. It's painful. I know exactly what they're going through. Now, I never dealt with this particular situation. I'm not going to allow myself to be disrespected in my home the way this man was allowing it. That boy would have even picked up that stick and went to swing it. He would have been knocked clear across the room. And I'm sure some of you would disagree with that. The Bible also says, spare the rod, spoil the child. I'm sorry, I don't care if you're my stepchild or not. Now, maybe mom doesn't allow him to touch the kids. Like I said, there's so many things that could be wrong in this situation, and because it's not discussed, we don't really know. All we can do is just kind of piece together what we think is going on just based on what we see in the video. Pray for this family. You know, hopefully maybe a year from now we'll see another video where they've worked it out. You know, mom is sitting there recording dad's reaction and his behavior, because you hear him yell at one point, "I don't care if you record me." I mean, it's just crazy. And you know, when I was a cop, I dealt with the same kind of craziness, you know, and I think that also makes me a little more sensitive to it, because for so many years I saw so much brokenness, so many jacked up broken families, that it's heartbreaking. So anyway, if you haven't already done so, please make sure that you like this video, because that helps push this out to a lot more people. And you know, you might help another family. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and share this video. If you know somebody that could help just from the little bit of information that I gave in this video, please share it with your friends. As always, I love you guys, and I will check you on the next one. Later.